screens right now. And on the show, we are being joined by Vikas Jain, Head of Research at Reliance Securities on the technicals. So he will be answering all your technical related queries. Welcome to the show, Vikas.
Good evening. Thanks for inviting the show.
Yes, and we'll be joined by our fundamental guest shortly. So first, let's go across to the first query on the show. So Jay has written to us on WhatsApp saying that he's bought 50 shares of BPCL at 303 a piece. He's looking for a long-term view, although on this particular company. But if we talk about BPCL, so it was down over 2% today, and it's currently trading at 251.70. And also, Vikas, major oil stock prices, including the BPCL, have declined, after the Trump's tariff. So what do you have to say, about this particular company?
So if you look at the BPCL, the stocks almost topped out in the month of June and July when the whole PSU basket dropped out in post-elections. And since then, we had a vertical fall. So now the stock is almost near to its 100-week average support area of 250 to 40 odd. So the dividend deal is also been pretty good at the current levels. So we should continue to hold on. The stock is in the process of bottoming up formation near to this 253 to 245 odd levels. It witnessed some amount of bounce back, but again fizzled out in today's trade. Crude prices would continue to remain under tap because the production is expected to increase. So if crude prices continues to remain under pressure, BPCL would see some amount of outperformance being oil marketing company as well as refining company. So instead add at current level, so it can continue to hold what is been holding through.
Right, so that's a hold on BPCL is what Vikas is suggesting. With that, we have another WhatsApp query. Vijay Mahajan is writing to us from Delhi saying that he's holding 320 shares of SBI Bank at 842 a piece. So should he hold for another 12 to 18 months? He's asking for the outlook on the particular stock. Or should I hold or average out? And as I can see that he's sitting on a loss of almost 39,000 there. So today's SBI share price also dropped by over 1%, reaching 721. So Vikas, what do you have to, say on this company as well?
If you look at the last quarter numbers, when the results came in, the stock went some amount of positive pullback, but it failed to sustain. And now on the stock is at good support. So the PSU banking sector has been witnessing some amount of positive pullback from the lower side. So if you look at in this whole space of correction of 1.5 months, State Bank has not declined so much. So in fact, it has outperformed. No doubt the correction came in fast in the month of November, December itself in the PSU banks. So the stock is posing some amount of support near to its 200-week support area. We believe the view investor has an horizon of more than 18 to 24 months as what he suggested. He can continue to hold on, even he can add at current levels. This would be one of the preferred picks in the PSU banking space. So he can add for a higher up move of near to 810 over the next 3 to 6 months and potentially 850 over the next 18 months.
All right. Thanks for that view. With that, we have a query from Dikshit. He's writing to us. I'm sorry. There's a caller from Chennai. Hi, Munir. Good evening.
Hi, madam. Good evening, madam.
Yes. How can I help you, Munir?
Yes, I'm having Mahindra and Mahindra share at the price of 3,050 shares.
Okay.
I want to know the short-term outlook of the share.
Okay. And when did you buy it exactly?
I think before a month, I think.
Okay, because in just a month, you're sitting on a loss of over 16,000 is what I can see. So, Vikas, without wasting much time, how are how is M&M faring on the charts? Is it advisable for Munir to stay invested in it for another, let's say, 3 to 6 months?
So the view is of 3 to 6 months, it would remain invested because if you look at the stock was a major outperformer in the whole auto space. In fact, in this week itself, it has one of the largest corrections witnessed in the last 5 years. So the stock had witnessed good amount of bookings last week with announced with its electric vehicle. But with respect to announcements related to Trump tariff and auto EV policy, the stock has been witnessed, but the healthy correction has came in. It is near to witness a 200-day average breakdown. But we believe the stock would again recoup its losses as been a consistent wealth creator. So the views of 3 to 6 months, it can continue to hold.
Okay, so continue to hold on M&M for 3 to 6 months. It's for longer.
Yeah.
All right. So Vikas, if I can see the charts, so this particular stock actually dipped a lot, during the last month of December, and then it kind of recovered, but then again it's declining. So what do you have to say, like Apollo Micro for long term, although he's asking for a long term, but still, if you could just tell me about the picture that you can see on the charts.
So the picture looks pretty bleak. I would advise to exit as the stock is almost near to its purchase price or is making some 1 or 2% from current levels. Because if you look at the company is not so in great shape, the valuations are also on the higher side, and the stock has faced some amount of the lower circuits in the last, say, 6 months to 9 months before, when the stock had a continuous fall. So it has witnessed some amount of recoup losses from the lower part of the range. We believe it's better to exit as the small caps would take some more time to move upwards. So it's better to exit at current levels.
Okay, so that's a sell. And do you have any other suggestions in this particular space?
In this particular space, if you look at the defense space, Apollo Microsystems, apart from Apollo Micro, data patterns look attractive. The stock witnessed some amount of momentum last week during the start of the week from 1360, 1380 levels. And we believe the stock will move further higher near to those 1800 odd levels over the next 3 to 6 months. So data pattern looks attractive.
So data patterns look attractive is what Vikas is saying. With that, we have a call. We have a query, a WhatsApp query from Dikshit. He's writing to us from Bengaluru saying that he wants to buy Sandur manganese for short-term volatile. So do you still suggest, buying Sandur manganese at these levels?
If he wants to invest for the short term, I believe he should wait for some amount of correction, because we have witnessed a good amount of up move from the lower part of the range of 360 or to 420, 430 odd levels. And if you look at the whole metal space, have witnessed good buying interest over the last 1 week. So, and the stock is at the higher end of the range near to its 100-day average. So some resistance and pullback would be expected near to 405, 410, which should be an ideal point. So we should wait for some corrective action of 4 to 5%.
Okay. So thanks for that view. With that, I can see that, the stock actually peaked in the month of July, and since then it has seen a very sharp decline. Vikas, how is it faring on the charts?
On the charts, it has made some structural support area near to 135, 140 odd levels and witnessed good amount of up move. It is at near to the minor resistance of those 171, 172 odd levels. So we believe if that is being crossed, a strong up move would be expected near to 185, 190 odd. So we can continue to hold on to the stock. We believe the stock has the potential to move higher near to 185 to 190 over the next 3 to 6 months.
Okay. And now we have a query, a WhatsApp query. Vishnu has written to us saying that he's bought 100 shares of Hariom Pipes at 550 a piece. He's looking for a 6-month view on it. So do you have any suggestions on this particular company?
I believe one should avoid the stock at current levels, because if you look at the structure and the momentum has been fading out into the whole sector. In terms of specific Hariom Pipe, the stock made a top near to those 830, 850 levels and now almost down by 50% near to 380, but the structure remains weak. We believe the stock would further decline, so it's better to avoid.
Better to avoid Hariom Pipes is what Vikas is suggesting.
When I was purchasing products, earlier I did not see this investment offers or something like that. And later I started seeing this investment offers everywhere, wherever you purchase tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, then I started reading about this stock.
Yeah.
Then I found it, yeah.
Okay.
I thought, okay, this will be...
It's always good when, investors are reading about their investments and knowing, why they are investing in their particular stock. So, Vikas, coming to you, IndusInd Bank, although he's looking for a long-term view on it, but still in the banking space, what do you have to say about this particular company and other banks as well?
From this perspective, IndusInd Bank looks attractive, because if you look at the stock had a vertical fall from the highs of 1700, 1800. It has made a bullish engulfing pattern on the monthly charts in the last month and has witnessed huge amount of strong outperformance in the current month. So with respect to the broader market corrective action, the stock is performing, which is a very good sign on a relative strength basis. It is facing near to those 100-day average, so we believe the stock would move higher Once it breaks out above 1080 or the sharp momentum can be expected near to 1200. So we can continue to hold on with a target of 1200 to 1220 over the next 3 to 6 months.
Okay. So that's a view coming in on IndusInd Bank. With that, we have a caller from Vikas, RattanIndia. What do you have to say about this particular company?
It's RattanIndia or RattanIndia Power. I think the guest is saying RattanIndia Power.
RattanIndia Power, yes.
Yes, RattanIndia Power is sub near to 9.5, 10 rupees, I recollect. So what is being witnessed on the charts. So the stock has not any great momentum. No doubt it gained some amount of momentum, but we believe the stock could face some more pressure. It's better to avoid and exit the stock because the small caps part of the market will take a lot of time to move, and the stock has witnessed a strong move only late in the month of November, December when the markets peaked out. So it's better to exit.
Okay, it's better to exit, but I still have a doubt as if it was RattanIndia Power or Enterprise. Jalaj, are you still on the phone line?
Yes.
Is it RattanIndia Power?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So your query has been answered there by Vikas. Now with that, let's go across to one more query. Sumit has written to us from Kapurthala saying that he's holding HAL, 20 shares of HAL at a price of 3,427. So he also is looking for a long-term view and also a short-term view on it. So Vikas, HAL, how is it faring on the charts?
The chart looks interesting poised as we discussed that the whole PSU basket got peaked out in the month of July. So 8 months of corrective action has been put into place. Now the stock is at critical support area and witnessing some amount of bounce back. So risk reward ratio remains favorable. He can add at current levels for a first immediate target of around 3800, 3830. If that is being crossed, then we could witness further momentum up.
While faring on the chart is currently trading at 613. So is it advisable for Chandru to stay invested in it?
And continue to remain invested because it has made some amount of momentum of formation near to those 530, 550 odd levels and witness some amount of rebound. It is at critical resistance area. Once that has been taken out, we can believe the stock can further move near to 670, 680. So we can continue to remain invested. Some amount of broking and capital market related stocks have witnessed action positive momentum from the lower range. So Motilal Oswal would also move up higher near to 680 to the first target.
Okay, so thanks for that view. With that, Vedanta.
So the metal space is looking attractive as we discussed and is seeing some amount of outperformance. In terms of specific Vedanta, it has made a bottom-up formation near to 410, 420 and witnessed some amount of up move. The company has also approved a demerger plan into various 4 to 5 businesses. So that demerger action would also see some amount of pullback on a higher side to 465 to 470, which would be the probable 200-day average target. So 465 to 470, he should book some amount of profit. He can continue to hold.
Right. And if FAMU for short term?
So in the short term basis, the stock witnessed some amount of price and volume action both. So multiple block deals was been witnessed in the first week of February, but since then the stock has not gained some amount of prominence. So we believe, as I agree with Lancelot, any decline near to 4 to 5% again back to the previous lows of 265 to 70 odd should be a good ideal opportunity to add into the name.
They were very good. So, how is it, faring on the charts and what's the short-term picture looking like?
So the charts itself is showing some amount of weakness in terms of Dr. Reddy's because if you look at the stock went for a stock split. Since then the liquidity also has been increased into the stock, which is also again putting some amount of pressure. And the way pharma sector has reacted negatively during this week, we believe some more meaningful news could be expected. So the stock could further see some amount of 4 to 5% correction. So 1080 to 1090 should be a good price to accumulate at what the investor wants to accumulate.
Right. Thanks for that view. With that, if you could just help us with that.
Sure. So if you look at both are from the extreme industries, Nitin Spinners is from the spinning and the textile side, FDC is from the pharma space. So as we not invested into the space, we believe pharma space, it would invest into pharma space, but it should wait for some 4 to 5% correction, because the stock has witnessed some good corrective action over the last 1.5 months. But on the broader monthly charts, the stock has good support near to 385 to 380 odd levels. So 380, 385, 5% tick, you should invest into the name.
All right, thanks for that view. With that, let's quickly go. Firstly, I'd like to come to you, Vikas. How is it faring on the charts, considering the current scenario in the pharma sector? You know, it's taken a beating after the Trump tariffs, or many reasons are there. So, still, what do you have to say on this particular company?
So for specific Natco Pharma, apart from the tariff, the announcement with respect to its results was also been pretty weak, and the stock had a vertical fall. Since then, the stock is in a continuous pressure. So maybe a price-wise correction could be over, but the time-wise correction is still left. And we believe the stock would not have any major positive news flow. So one should wait for one more quarter for the quarterly results to coming through. And because the stock might not see some amount of strong up move unless until some more positive quarter announcement has been put through. And the sector is also under pressure. So we believe the investor should wait for some more time if he has not bought into the name.
So investors...
Thankful to you to literate financially the village people. I'm very much thankful you having a very good session.
I'm very glad,
sharing
Vijay.
our doubts and our queries
yes.
on a good atmosphere.
Yes. Vijay, if you could just tell us what's your query?
Madam, I want to ask one question, madam.
Mm-hmm.
I want to buy the Divi's put at the rate of 5,700.
Divi's Laboratories?
Divi's Laboratories.
Yeah.
5,700 put next month.
Okay.
I want to buy that put. Shall I buy the put or not? Please clarify my doubt,
okay.
madam. Due to the reciprocal.
Yes, and how many shares have you bought?
I bought 1,000 shares at rate of 4,180.
Okay.
I want to, today I was exit,
mm-hmm.
But I want to buy put also.
All right, all right. So are you looking, I think you're looking for a short-term view on it.
Yes, madam. Short-term downtrend I want. The technical opinion
yes.
I want.
Yes. Vikas, if you could take that away, because currently it's trading at 5,702 and was down over 4% today. So what do you have to say on this particular company?
So no doubt the stock is facing pressure. It has witnessed multiple tops near to those 6,050 to 6,100 levels and retracing back. The stock is believed that further it may witness a decline of 53.30, 53.50 odd levels. But the investor wishes to buy some put options, so it's always better to trade in spreads instead of buying naked puts. So that would be the strategy, because the naked puts has a lot of theta value which that erodes, and even if the investor view goes right, after 10 days, 15 days, he would not make money. So it's better to do some spread strategies by trading into puts rather than buying naked put.
Right. Thanks for that view. But you can accumulate slightly. But Vikas, do you also hold the same view for short term?
Yeah, if you look at the stock has witnessed good amount of bounce from these 250 to 60 levels twice. Now again it has come back to the lower part of the range, so some bounce back cannot be ruled out. And it has completed its correction from those highs of 330 or 275. So 25-27% corrective action in a nifty large cap stock is a good attractive price to enter.
And with that, I'm afraid that we are short on time. But thank you so much, Vikas and Lancelot, for being there and answering our viewers' queries so patiently. Thank you so much. And viewers, with that, it's a wrap on Ask Profit. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit. There's more lined up ahead.